Hello everyone, this is Nitin here. I hope you are doing great. I welcome you to my new class. And in this particular class, I'm going to talk about one of the very interesting topic which I am hearing from a lot of people, and that is the confident brush strokes. That's a very typical, the question I'm just getting from many people. You have been working for a long time. If you look at their strokes, the brush strokes, it's kind of very small, tiny, with full of fear, right? And watercolor is not about the fearness. It's about taking out your fear, make a very bold and confident patches. The example what I'm showing you here is an example of this. You see this example, these strokes. I mean, you can just say it's a mindless. It's a mindless patches, and that's exactly you need. The watercolors requires that. When you paint, your patches reflects your confidence and your joyness into the watercolor. Even and you should try to improve this. How you can make a brush, take a brush and make a one solid patch, and that gives you an immense pleasure, and that is something, the day you get it, those confident strokes, watercolor strokes, you'll see a tremendous energy and tremendous motivation in your painting, right? So in this example, I'll just show you how to go about it, how to make such kind of patches. Okay, and you'll see some bit of glimpse how I did it. I made this painting for my Patreon members, and it's there in my Patreon page. If you want to take a look, you please go and check my Patreon page, and you'll see this entire process how I made it. But for this particular video, I wanted to paint this particular utensils having the same approach, where we are making confident strokes. We are learning a confident strokes. We are not going to make a very beautiful painting. That's not our intent. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that you should learn how to make a very confident, joyful, how to enjoy this medium rather than learning something. Learning will happen by itself. It always requires you to know how confident you are about this, and that's exactly I'm going to do in this. Right, so let's start doing. If you have not subscribed my channel, please go ahead and subscribe it. I'm just giving you a few time to go ahead and subscribe my channel. Okay, I'm joking. I mean, if you will subscribe, you will see a lot of content keep coming in your way, and you will not miss anything, right? So that's the thing. Your call. Generally, I upload my videos on Thursday or probably Friday, so you can just visit and check that. So that's the background I'm just making. And now when I'm painting this, now look at how I'm approaching this medium. That's exactly, come on guys, this is just a water. It's a water. Behave like a water. it's an agile method. It's an agile process, and that is something you'll have to understand this. That's the only things which this particular mediums required. You to just do them. Make a very confident strokes like this, right? Now you got to know how I just made it. Now imagine that this is two utensils, something is going on, it's a kitchen, stoves, something is cooking here. This is the stainless steel. How you'll approach this? So I'll make this, don't just look at the how it is coming. Look at the how I am approaching with a certain confident strokes. This entire thing, since it is a stainless steel, I want to make a lot of things should be in white, a lot of white, right? So that's the intent. So what I'm doing here is I'm making this. Just look at my brush, how I'm just making this. Okay, taking this and making a one bold patches like this. You should practice in such a way that you should enjoy this moment, enjoy whatever you are doing. Painting will get improved by itself. You really don't need to strive to get, okay, my things, why my paintings are not getting improved, or why I'm not doing, what wrong I'm doing. Just forget all of that. You just take a brush and do some absolutely mindless patches like this. Absolutely mindless. Doesn't matter if somebody's telling you what is the use of doing this mindless work, but you can't deal the water. You are dealing with water is far more superior. Okay, so you can't just make anything. You can't just start. A lot of people, they believe that they can do something like this. I've seen that a lot of people they just take a very consciously, they're doing like this and like this. Don't do this. I mean, that doesn't require. All you need is some confident strokes like this. Okay, and this is the way to go ahead. Now see here some patches. Just I'm using like this, very fast. I mean, the more fast pace you will work, you will stop thinking. Your mind will stop thinking. You will say, oh, what the thing going on, man. I'm just seeing a lot of processes going on. You'll have to, so your cognitive load will be at, you'll stop thinking. The problem is we are just thinking so much and we are stopping. If you'll start doing this, you'll stop thinking, because I mean, I don't know where I'm going. And if you don't know where you are going and you are just keep doing, that gives you some sort of freedom that, okay, I'm just doing something. I don't know where it is going, but I'm just doing something. Okay, that's the process this watercolors needs. Now this is done. This is your first layer. You have done this. Okay, now let it dry. This is your first layer. Let it dry and just see what you will get when you do the second layer. So let it dry and then we'll come to this painting again. All right, now you see your first layer is absolutely dry, and this is the time when we can go second layer. So continue with the same method we used. Let's work on the second layer, but we are going to make a very confident patches all the time. So that's the intent here. So now this particular thing, we have something is cooking here. So we need to just bring that up, and I'm just using this ultramarine blue and mixing with a little bit of burnt sienna, just a bit of patches here again. And now whatever it is, wherever we just need to leave that first layer visible, so that we have to make that visible. And this is something like to hold. And now here, this is going to be a very interesting. So zoom. So this is something like you have to start doing this. I know, I mean, you will see, I mean, am I going crazy? Yes, we have to. Yes, we have to. If you really want to learn and grow with a watercolor, this is something you have to start doing this. Okay, now see, this is something going on, and now just imagine this side you have some bit of visibility of light, etc, etc. Okay, and You can make a little more dark if you want. So the more depth, the more beautiful. It just depends on where the lights are coming from, etc., etc., right? So the whole idea from this entire exercise is to how to make this the more like a confident strokes, and all I'm just doing it just that. I don't want to look my painting to full of fear. I don't want to do that. I just want to make it more full of confidence, full of enjoy. Even if you just wanted to rephrase this call, I mean the phrase of confidence, you can make it a joy. How you will enjoy, how the joy will create, how you'll create the joy. The joy comes from when you have no expectation, when you are just enjoying the medium, right? Then only the joy will come. If you have some pressure that, oh, I have to do something, I have to make things beautiful, the time you are saying that, you're gone. You are not enjoying that, my friend. So be a little more. I hope what I'm saying here and what I'm just doing it here, I'm just playing around with certain depth and light, with all the strokes which I'm just making is telling everything that how I'm enjoying this medium. That's all, right? Okay, we'll revisit this again. So let it dry. Now let's work on this part. Now see, this light is coming here, so we need to make it a little more darker here. You just imagine that this area is basically the darker, right? And when you do this practice, such kind of work, make sure that you should continue doing this. It will take, I'm telling you, when you start doing this just after this video, and when you're going to practice this, you will feel, oh my god, what I'm doing, am I going mad? What Nitin is talking about? All of that. You will feel frustrated, you'll get angry. But trust me, you should get angry. If you get angry, then you will apply all your effort to make this success, right? And this comes only when you make this very, very bold and beautiful patches. These are real beauty of watercolor, what we are doing here. So let's make this a little more interesting. Let's make this background color we have here. So this is going to background. So the moment you are just given this background here, so basically your subject actually comes out, okay? And now you see, you got on a very prominent light here, your depth here, you know, the kind of a composition. And more is important, the strokes, the brush strokes you are getting is a super clear, full of confidence. You may not you may end up with painting something really ugly, but trust me, that's the beginning. If you will start doing this, if you start making such kind of a work, you will see over the time this frustration, your way of dealing water is absolutely in a different level. It will be absolutely different. And if you don't believe me, then you just try that. Just not more than a week. Just try this, doing a 1 week, such kind of a practice, and you will see the difference. Okay. Now let it dry. Again, let it dry, and then we'll go with third layer, and that will conclude our painting, and we'll see how it is coming. Whatever it is coming, we are going to celebrate this. That's the intent. Alright, so now you see our second layer is also got dried, and now we are concluding this painting. So we are making the final layer of this. So I've just taken this color and the same process. I want to make very confident strokes like this. How about this? So just enjoy. I mean, this medium is absolutely it requires all your diligent effort, and sometimes it really tests your all patience. Okay, that's the reality. So don't get disheartened even if you are just trying this and you are not getting the result whatever you are supposed to get. You will not get. I'm telling you, you will not get. You will get only when you will really putting your effort. When I say effort in the sense you are practicing. You're practicing in a daily basis, making just a 10 minutes of work, something like this, just some craziest strokes here and there. It just demands that. A lot of people are saying, I'm not, this medium is very tough, this medium is really not working out for me, and they move to a different medium and all. I think that's not a right approach. All you have is just practice in a very in a regular basis. That's all it required. All right, so this place is basically is completed. Blah blah, whatever it is. Don't try to make things beautiful. The moment you're making things beautiful, you're gone. Okay, so don't try to make things beautiful. Just do your work. Just keep doing your work. Okay, that's my only advice to you. That's the thing. Now we got something there, just some bit of work here and there. Take a beautiful patch here and there and enjoy the moment. That's the most important part. You should be enjoying the moment. Whatever you're doing, you should be confident about it. That, okay, no problem, if I'm not getting this one, so we'll get in the next time. But keep doing that. Keep doing that. You have now got this beautiful patch. I mean, you tell me how many times you want to make this kind of a patch. I'll be keep painting. I'll be keep painting. Doesn't matter how the paintings are coming. And the reason is, when I'm painting this, I really don't want to impress anyone. Okay, the day you will, because I've seen a lot of people, if you're in that way to impress someone, that okay, my painting is really good, my painting should look good, and all of that, if I'll not being good, people will what the people will say. All of that, that is something you should not thinking if you are doing that. If you're not, then pretty good. And this is what, yippee, we got it, whatever it is. Be happy, celebrate, enjoy, whatever you want. So such kind of this work will be really interesting, right? All right, so now we got this painting, and this is what exactly I was talking about. This is the strokes, and you might have just look around. You'll have a lot of subject to work around. This is the one of the example I'm just standing. There might be several other example which you might have all around your place. Just see that how you can transform that into your painting. And when you're doing this, make sure that you have no expectation. You are not painting to make things beautiful. It's just you are doing something, you're practicing something, you're learning something, right? And that is something most important. So thank you so much. You should visit my Patreon page if you want to become a Patreon member. So you will get a lot of courses, a lot of lessons like this, and I'm sure that you will have a fantastic time being my patron. You will see a lot of stuff coming in your way, which will certainly help you to learn and grow with your watercolor. So yeah, till then, take care, and make something like this. Something like so all the time. All right, bye bye guys, bye bye.